See if it follows me. Yep, there you go. Aha. I do love that. Yeah. Oh, good morning, Grizzlies. Somewhere different today. The old man's in the background, which you can't see because his camera loves to focus. There he is, with the munchkin. We're actually on holiday at the moment. We're in Wroxham on the Norfolk Broads. And we're going out on the boat today. We've been here for a few days, just chilling out, relaxing. I was going to do some videoing, but I couldn't be bothered. Now I can. There's Grandad. There's Morgan. Nanny's just popped back inside and Mummy's there as well. Oh, here they come. So yeah, we're going on a boat today, which is just round that corner where that truck's come from. But as you can see, it's a bright, beautiful, sunshiny day. It's actually 26 degrees at the moment. I am burnt to hell. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but yeah. Went to the beach yesterday and that got a bit hurt. So if there's any background noise, I'm trying with the mic on, but you know, trucks, cars, every automobile, seems to be boats. There's everybody in the background with his face follow pin. There's everybody. Feels weird doing this on camera in front of my parents because I've never actually done this in front of my parents before. But yeah, it is absolutely beautiful today. Proper old toy shop. Got decent stuff in there, to be fair. There's enough pubs, restaurants, bars, fish and chip places to wet your whistle if you wanna. Yeah, we're going out on the boat today for the Norfolk Broads. Only an hour and a half, but be nice to go out and see what's out and about. Actually see the Broads instead of just driving past down country lines. So yeah, we'll see you in a bit. These are not cheap. 500 quid a day. Actually no, that one's £500 a day. Those are more because they're bigger. The little ones down the bottom are, yeah, them little ones down the bottom over my shoulder are 65 quid an hour or something like that. Whereas these big ones are 500 quid, 250 quid. I'll see if I can find the price list somewhere because I've seen it about. But Yeah, he's pricey. That's for certain. But yeah, this is what you like. That's what you pay for, really, isn't it? But yeah. So we are going out on that one today, the Queen of the Broads. And amazingly, there's already quite a few people here. We didn't think it'd be this busy. I was worried we were going to be the only ones on the boat, but clearly not.
Ooh, hello. Hello. How do I turn it off?
Red button.
Stay still. Right. Can you do me a favour? Can you sit down on the bottom, please? Make me feel a little bit happier.
Yeah.
Recently finished in 2021. Now, if you are fortunate enough to own one of these houses here, the key heading, which is the wooden part you can see on everybody's land, that's your responsibility and you have to keep it in good condition. If you start getting lots of holes in it and it's looking a bit tatty, you can actually get a letter through the post saying you must repair your key heading. If you ignore the letters, you'll eventually get a fine. Now, a lot of people wait until it's almost basically fallen in, because it costs tens of 20,000 of pounds. Coming to the right hand side, very shortly, you'll notice one's been just rebuilt. Instead of using the traditional wood on the front, we've actually put metal wood there. And I think metal planks are actually about 15 feet long, so most of it's actually in the riverbed. Now, does anybody remember an entertainer called Frank Sinatra? Yeah? Well, this house coming up here wasn't his holiday home. It was actually a different entertainer, George Formby. So on the right hand side, the cream property with the red tile roof. This was their holiday home, him and his wife. And when they owned it, it was called Beraldine. They also had two boats called the Lady Beryl 1 and the Lady Beryl 2. So you can obviously tell the water trousers in that relationship. Now, if you look at their little decking here, you see a black and white bird with a huge orange beak. Now, they're actually a bird called an oyster catcher. And they're mostly out on the coast. And what happens when the tide goes out, it leaves the sand and mudbanks behind. They dig for their food in the sand. There's a few of them that have decided that they'd rather live here on the Norfolk Broads, and they've made it their home and actually dig in the grass for their worms now with their big beaks. The front here full of lovely lily pads where the flowers are just starting to come out. You can see the yellow flowers there. It's also got a couple of boat sheds for your toys. Now, if you do fancy living on the river, you can actually have this house for free. Yep, £3 million. Now, 3 million's a bit too much for you, or you don't want to pay the stamp duty on that. This next little house on the right is also, unfortunately, it sold about a month ago. Much smaller property, just wooden construction, and the thatch roof looks beyond its years, so that needs replacing straight away. It cost them about 10 grand. But, and that's only your garden there, that front bit, because the garden out the back is the other house that you can see with the pointy grey tiles. This house actually sold for £850,000. So it's quite a lot of money just for a glorified shed. Some of you have probably got a summer house bigger than that back home. So why is it so expensive? Well, obviously Roxham being the capital of the Broads, it's got a huge amount of waterfront property. So when it does come up for sale, it's basically paid their price and go to the highest bidder. So So for those of you on the left, there's a few more Canada geese in the water there. Now they look all like adults, but actually, other than 2 of them, they're all this year's goslings, and it only takes them about 8 weeks to turn into adults. Now Thatching's still very, very popular here on the Norfolk Broads, and 3 properties coming up all in a row here on the right. Unlike the rest of the country that uses straw for its thatch, we like it different here in Norfolk, and we actually use reed. Now reed obviously used to be running all the way along the river banks here. And the main body of the river, that's laid up on the reed. And the top part of
Please do not throw stones in this side.
crescent shapes of triangles in between. More pliable part, sedge, bend that into shape easier. It's all held in place there with the crisscross pattern, placed with stakes. Now you might have noticed that all 3 of those properties had the same looking ridge. That's because the same thatcher would have done the work, and when they finish their apprenticeship they get to choose their pattern, and that stays with them for their entire career. So if you like a particular pattern on a thatch roof, you'll have to get it done by that particular thatcher. Now we've got the vintage Broadsman coming down on the left hand side. Don't know if any of you wanted to get on that this morning or whether you're on this one. That one's basically based as a paddle steamer from the old Mississippi River. So it's a lovely boat when the sun's out because it's obviously got the open top roof. But if it was to rain, it'd be absolute disaster. You'd just be soaked. So at least this one you can duck inside. Now the last house in the village is rather special. It's got the river running underneath it. It's built on stilts there. You can actually see a body of water behind it, and that's Wroxham Broad, which we'll be going on to very shortly. So you can imagine sitting there watching all the swans and geese cut through and head back off to Wroxham, or would it drive you absolutely quackers? That house on stilts actually does have a lovely little story to it. It's actually designed and built by a vicar who otherwise would be stuck for the rest of the day. And it looks like, also noticed there's like a cabbage-like pond of the riverbed. And that's actually the lily pad, the water lily, sorry. And 90% of the plant is on the riverbed. And it sends up one single shoot that opens up into the lily pad, and eventually they flower yellow and some white. We've got a couple of yellow ones coming up here at the moment. You should be able to see plenty of birds on Wroxham Broad here today. Don't worry if I don't point them all out because I'll be talking about some of them a bit further down the river. Now if you cast your eyes over to the right hand side, you'll see a black thatch roof.
You're alright,
That's the only house in the entire village of Wroxham that can access by road or by foot. You can only get to by boat. So all the building materials, all the furniture and everything you see there had to be brought over by boat from the sailing club, which is a bit further on the broad. Now this broad is quite large, it's 3/4 of a mile long, 1/4 of a mile wide. It covers an area of about 120 acres. You and me, that's about 70 Premier League football pitches. So it's a pretty big area. And it all looks very natural and very nice. But it's actually man made. In fact, all of the broads are man made. We have a
Stand up and stay there, please.
every single broad is dug out to nothing more than medieval man in Spain. Now, back in the 9th century, the Vikings came over. They seem to have a big hole in the side of the boat then.
Yes, darling. Did you see the boat?
So back to the pig diggers. So they dug out this area
Are you
for
enjoying
meat.
this?
Why is it just got a big brown muddy
Yeah.
hole? Well, what happened about 600 years later in the 14th century? All the pig digging was pretty much stopped because coal was coming far cheaper and easier access for heating. And at the time, global warming had already started, obviously, and the sea level started to rise right here on the right-hand side. Now this is the Solace. How can I tell it's the Solace? Well, the name is at the top of the mast, look. So it's clear to see. Now this was an old traditional cargo wherry. So how come it's got a big hole? So that obviously tells us that they had reblets. So hopefully I will... Oh, I've seen something wicked. I'll talk to you in a moment because we've actually got a couple of swans there with one little cygnet. Now, although it's great to see one cygnet, obviously it's also very bad that there's only one cygnet. Normally they have five or six So the others have obviously already perished, unfortunately. As part of nature, it's part of the life cycle, but most of them actually get taken by a huge predator fish here on the Broads called the pike. These pike in Norfolk grow up to 40 pounds. Many of you know what a pike is, or if you don't know what a pike is, they get 40-pound pike, will be 5 to 6 foot long. And they'll have no trouble whatsoever taking down one of those baby swans. Now you can also see a heron perched on the tree there, someone just pointed at it. So that's a closer look at one of the grey herons.
Oh yeah.
Now they can't actually dive into the water, those birds. So they will stand right on the water's edge, on the bank on a floating root or something. And you can see the water splashing up. That's because that's where their feet are. Sometimes you actually see their feet stick right out of the water. Now because they build their nests floating, when they hatch, they actually have to jump onto mum's back. You might see them try and scramble on there now. And she won't have any of it now, they're too big and heavy. But they spend about the first 2 or 3 weeks on